This is the Pokemon Go item ranker. Today we're going to be looking at every item in Pokemon Go and ranking them. Basically, we're just going to put them in top S class if they're one of the best items, and D class if they're garbage items. You'll pretty easily see where this is going pretty quick, so let's just start here. Firstly, we have the Infinite Incubator. It's been an item since the beginning of time, and I'm assuming it goes in the A class, maybe B, but I'm going to put it in A class just because it's universally used and pretty popular. And then you have the incubators that go away after a few uses, has to be lower than these, so I'm going to put them in B. Mysterious components, 6 of these adds up to a rocket radar, and usually you get a okay shadow Pokemon that sometimes you would throw away. I'm going to put it in D class. It's not that great, honestly. Rocket radar. These are mostly used now to get the 12k eggs, sometimes, if you have an egg slot open. Probably better than the mysterious incubators. I'm going to put them in B. Yeah, I think B is a good spot for them. And then we have the super incubators. They incubate faster than the regular ones. So A or B, maybe let's go with A. Super Rocket Radar gets a legendary shiny, not legendary shadow Pokemon. It doesn't happen very often, considering Giovanni's been on vacation for a year, but when it does, it's pretty sweet. So let's put it in A. The camera. You can use it to increase your buddy's friendship level, sometimes get a random encounter. C. I think this is the Charge TM, not the fast one. Charge TM. They used to. Beforehand I'd put them in A, but they're so common now, and you don't really need that many anymore. So probably in B. Let's do the fast TM as well, which also goes in B. They are fairly similar items. I guess the Charge TM is slightly better, but not enough to push it in A. Then you have the Elite Charge TM, which I think is the first S-Class items. They're still very rare, and they're pretty useful for getting Community Day moves that would help a lot in PvP. That said, the fast ones also are going to be S. Same reason. Not as many fast moves are that good, but still enough to put in an S. Then you have the Raid Invites, which practically don't exist anymore, but still better than Mysterious Components. I'm going to put it in C. The Lure for Icy Pokemon. This can be used to get Glaceon, so not terrible. I can't think of anything else that it's super useful for. Can get you some Snovers, some Swinubs. But it's worth 200 Pokecoins. I don't think it's worth that much, so I'm going to put it in C. Let's do the Mossy one as well, used to get Leafeon and other grass Pokemon, but those are not that rare, so I guess C as well. While we're at it, C. I don't think these are that useful. Usually they don't get you anything out of that is great, and I think these 3 are too expensive in the shop, and at some point these are just kind of useless. Great Ball. Great Ball, I'm gonna put in B, but I might move that later. Pokeball. I think this depends on whether or not you have an auto catcher or not. If you have an auto catcher, it's probably higher than the Great Ball, but if not, it would probably be in the C, maybe even D, because you would just throw them away after some point. But I can't put it in C because of the auto catcher, how good it is there, so I'm going to put it in low B. And Ultra Ball, I'm going to put it in high B. These aren't in any specific order, but I think Ultra Ball is significantly better when you really need to catch something. That's what you use. Hyper Potions. Pretty much the best healing item. I say that because Max Potion and Hyper Potion are practically the same in there. That said, raids give you a lot of these. They're not that hard to get, so I'm going to put them in B. Where's Max Potion? Max Potion I'm going to put slightly above. Just as useful because most Pokemon don't have over 200 HP yet, but Still slightly better. Super Potion I'm going to put in D, and Potion in D, because frankly they're trash and they should feel bad. Incense, pretty useful. And now with them lasting an hour, I would put them in C. Maybe B. I don't know. These aren't something that you normally would throw away, but I don't see them being used too often. I'm going to put them in low B. Lucky Egg usually has a use when you become best friends with somebody to get 200,000 experience right away, but after you hit level 40, their uses kinda dwindle. That said, hopefully there'll be a level cap increase soon, and you don't really want to throw these guys away too often, so I'm going to put them in B. Max Revive, also B. Probably when you get something that comes back from a gym or after raid hours, you want to use a bunch of these, so yeah, I'm going to put in B. And Revive I'll put in C, but high C, because it's almost, it's not as good obviously, but it's decent. Meltan boxes. If you want to get a Mal medal for Master League, you need this, but other than that, they're pretty useless. Like, once you get the Mal medal, it's C. I can see it being higher before that, but until then, it's C. Garbage. This is 20 Stardust at gyms, like, all the time. It's the worst. Let's do the other berries. This one's probably the most useful one, doubling your candies. With double candy events, you can get 12 candies per Pokemon, 14 if you transfer them on double transfer days, so I would put it in high B, like probably around here-ish. And then there's raspberries, which used to be in the B, but since the introduction of golden raspberries, which for some reason I don't have there, I'll have to edit that in just a second, they become less good. So let's put them in C. Okay, so I added those two guys back in. Let's do the evolutionary items next. We have the Dragon Scale, which is pretty much used for Kingdra only. Getting a Kingdra is cool. Pretty good in Ultra League, but just like the Meltan box, once you have a Kingdra, it's good for Ultra League. You don't really need it much more, and it's not really used after that, so I'm going to put it in here. King's Rock, used for Politoed, and I swear something else, but it's on the tip of, I can't remember right now. I'm going to put it in C as well, because just like the Meltan box, not super useful. Metal Coat, it gives you a Caesar, which is useful in Ultra League and sometimes in Master League. Probably higher than these guys, but not enough to push it in B. Sunstone, meh. Porygon Z's, meh, they're not great, so I'm just going to put them there. That said, then we have the Sinnoh Stone, which evolves multiple Pokemon, including Rhyperior, Magnetar, Electivire. I think that's enough to push it into B. Not high B, but low B, I guess. Same for Unova Stone. I'll put it right there. Next, we have the Raid Passes. These are the ones that you can get extras of. I don't see them being much better than regular Raid Passes, but maybe just slightly. This gives you access to legendary Pokemon that are super useful in Master League, so I'm going to put it in A. Same for regular Raid Passes, A. Then you have remote Raid Passes, kind of a new item going on. I like them a lot better than regular Rare Passes, and frankly I use all my Pokecoins on them, so is that enough to put them in the S? No. Yes. No. Highest A honors. Good for them. Rare Candies. If you want to be able to play in Master League, you kind of need them to max out the legendary Pokemon, so I'll put them in S, and plus it's great for filling out your decks, makes it a lot easier to evolve Pokemon that you only see once in a while. Star Piece. I'm debating on putting it in A because having a lot of Stardust is useful for Battle League, but it's not as important, but I still would never throw it away. I'll put it in low A. Team Changer is garbage. I mean, you might do it once, but who cares? I can't imagine spending 1,000 coins on this. Golden Raspberry, either high B or low A. It's not something you would want to throw away. It's pretty useful, and when you really want to guarantee a catch, this is probably what you go for. I'm going to put it in low A. And silver pinup is, I think, is more useful than golden Raz, if only by a little bit. So I'm going to put it in mid A. So there you have it. S class, we have the elite items and rare candies. A class, the raid passes, golden Raz, silver pinup, the incubators, star piece. B is a lot of the items that you normally wouldn't throw away, stuff that you would want to keep around. Pokeballs only really in here because of auto catchers. C class is stuff that you might throw away, don't really want, or in these case here is kind of expensive for what it does, not really great. And D class is trash. Thanks a lot for joining me on this video. Hopefully I'll be doing more of these in the future. Thanks. See you soon.